What's up, y'all? We back. Today is November 13th, 2024, and we are about to enter what I would consider probably the most uncomfortable fight week we've ever had in our lives. We have two events of note happening this weekend. We have UFC 309 with Jon Jones going up against Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight division title. And then we have Netflix putting on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. And I hate both of these fights, genuinely. Now, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little younger than the average fight fan that would have, enjoyed Mike Tyson's career. I'm literally a decade short of when his prime actually ended, which is insane to me. Let's start with Jake and Mike. Just like every fight fan and pretty much every person in the world, Mike Tyson is a beloved character to us. The man's going on 58 years old. He's been in a wheelchair for like God knows how long. He looks old. The man's 58 fighting Jake Paul, who is legitimately 30 years younger than him. Jake Paul beefed up to like 230. He's built like a fucking fridge. Jake Paul is fully intending to most likely end a senior citizen here. And I fucking hate Jake Paul. Oh my god. What makes this all worse is that I have watched Jake Paul's quote-unquote career coming up on the internet. I was, active when he was starting out on Vine and all that shit in 2016. And let me just say, this dude and his brother have been scumbags from the very beginning. Spoiled, sociopathic, dick-headed rich kids, honestly. That is the best I would describe them. The only thing these boys care about are fame, ego, money, and anything that will make their reputation look better. It is embarrassing that the peak of Jake Paul's career is not going to be against literally any type of legitimate opponent. I'm not even joking when I say to you, I would give Jake Paul's career maybe 4 legitimate opponents throughout that entire run. And look, we made it big. We got Iron fucking Mike Tyson, or Rusty Mike Tyson, we'll say. Rusted Mike Tyson. Like I said, the dude's 30 years out of his prime here. Jake Paul is 28. He is entering his physical prime as an adult man. And I'm sure I don't have to reiterate the health repercussions that could be in a play here. How Mike Tyson could quite actually die. Am I saying that Jake Paul is a killer that's gonna murder Mike Tyson? Not outright, but that is a possibility. And the last thing I personally want to see is Mike Tyson die in a boxing match to Jake Paul on Netflix. I am praying, genuinely praying to the Lord that Mike Tyson chins him in one. That would be so fucking perfect. That would be such a storybook ending on Mike Tyson's career, because it did have a tragic turn towards the end, and it would be so fucking amazing, hilarious, if the comeuppance of Jake Paul came at the hands of a 58-year-old Mike Tyson that he tried to take advantage of. And hey, at least Mike's getting paid for this. He's getting paid, I think, 20 mil for this, which honestly, he should be getting paid more. Nobody's watching this event for Jake Paul. Nobody watches Jake Paul's events. Let's be real. The only time Jake Paul has had any drawing power in his life is due to his opponents. Nobody actually gives a fuck about Jake. Y'all remember that time where Jake Paul tried to take so much credit for like the views that he got when he fought fucking Nate Robinson? Let's be real. All those views came from the fact that the headliner was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Just so fucking arrogant. I hate him. Oh my god. So we got one peepaw shit show here on the left, and then on UFC 309 we're going to have Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. And it's pretty much the same fucking deal, just like a bit different. Jon, who is very openly and admittedly ducking the interim champion of his own division that has cleared out the rest of the division and only should be fighting him, instead of fighting Tom Aspinall, he's choosing to fight Stipe Miocic for the undisputed title. The last time Stipe fought was for the undisputed title. He was the champion, but that was back in 2021 when Francis Ngannou sparked him the fuck out. I don't understand the logic behind this. I really don't. Because Jake and Jon are doing the same exact fucking thing here, and they're doing it for the same exact fucking reason. Both of them want these heavyweight legends on their resume. They have both stated many times that the reason that they are taking these fights and going through with these fights specifically is because Jake wants a win over Mike Tyson on his record, and Jon wants a win over the heavyweight GOAT Stipe on his record. But if you ask anybody from your next door neighbor to Pennywise in the sewer, like, an over-the-hill Stipe Miocic will not do as much for your resume and your Hall of Fame status as opposed to Tom Aspinall. Jon has even gone on to say that after this fight, if he does fight again, he's not going to fight Tom Aspinall. He's going to fight Alex Pereira, the light heavyweight champion. Me personally, I don't care to see that fight. If it did come to fruition, I would be excited, of course, but I would want Pereira to absolutely obliterate Jon. Very much so on paper. These are very similar scenarios here, where pretty much you have this piece of shit as a person fighter trying to take advantage of an over-the-hill heavyweight legend, avoiding any actual challenge just so they can get a name added to their resume to kind of illegitimately add to it. It's all bullshit. It's all fugazi. It's all just it's pussy, if you ask me. It's pussy. And look, we've been making our jokes all week. There is a possibility, though, that Mike Tyson does clean out Jake in the first round, knocks him out cold, and the same with Stipe. There is a possibility that Stipe boxes John's head off. Is it the most likely scenario? Not by a motherfucking long shot. It's so not the most likely scenario. I hope Stipe is getting paid a lot. I really do. And I hope Mike Tyson gets that full fucking bag and then some. But we've been calling for both of these fights to not go through. Who could forget the actual fight with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had to be canceled one time because Mike had a medical emergency because, you know, the motherfucker's 58 years old. He goes to public events in a wheelchair. Like, what are we doing here? And Jake is bigger than him. It's not like Mike Tyson is bigger and like a more imposing force. No. Jake is physically bigger. He's younger than him. He is active in his fights. He's been fighting consistently for like fucking, 8 years or some shit? The motherfucker's been fighting since I was in middle school, dude. It's genuinely just so scummy. This whole thing is so fucking scummy. And then you got John basically doing the same thing to fucking Stipe, but it's just like, it's again, it just reeks of just pussy juice. Look, I'm rambling. I just, at the end of the day, when Saturday comes, I am rooting for Stipe Miocic, and I am rooting for Mike Tyson, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the world is too, aside from Dana White. Don't even get me started on Dana White, that motherfucker, yo. Anyway, this is a very quick video. I'm still kind of getting back into the loop of, you know, recording again. If you agree or like this video, please drop a like, comment your thoughts on these fights that are happening this weekend below, and subscribe for more fight talk in the future. Stipe, Mike, please. Later, y'all.
My secrets and my heart is what I gave to you. In return, you see nothing but a lame excuse. And it's wow, I did everything just to see you smile. I've been thinking about you for a while. Responding to your pics and your vids. Now I see you just do it for the gram. And you talking on your man.